Most students panic when they see this PDE question, but once you understand how to eliminate arbitrary constants and functions, the entire topic becomes easy. So ensure you watch the video to the end to get the full gist. Let's get to the video. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the first time I come across this channel. Here we make mathematics, statistics and physics easy. So feel free to click on the subscribe button to join the learning community. In today's video, we're talking on formation of PDE. But on our previous class, I taught on introduction of PDE, where I gave you guys the definition of PDE, the symbol of a PDE, the standard equation for a PDE, classification of PDE, whether hyperbolic, parabolic, or elliptic, and finally we solved few examples. So ensure that you check out that video before when you're done watching this particular one. So let's get to the class. So we have two major ways of forming a partial differential equation. Number one, by eliminating arbitrary constants. And number two, by eliminating arbitrary functions. So these are the two basic ways of forming a partial differential equation. So now I'll solve examples on the both ways so you can understand it. So let's get to the examples. Okay, so we have an example here which says given z equals to ax plus by, where a and b are arbitrary constants, find the partial differential equation or form the partial differential equation. First step we'll do is that we need to eliminate this arbitrary constant, because the aim of forming a partial differential equation or an ordinary differential equation need to eliminate the arbitrary constant. So let's try to eliminate a and b. In order to do that, we need to differentiate partially with respect to x and also differentiate partially with respect to y. So let's do that. So now differentiating partially with respect to x, differentiate partially with respect to x. Doing that, what do we have? We have partial of z with respect to x equals to a. Why? Because if you differentiate x here is 1, a times 1 will give you a, and there is no x here, so here is automatically 0. So if you differentiate this function partially with respect to x, you have just a. And also do same with respect to y. So what do we have? We have partial of z with respect to y. So if you go to the function, what is the function? Z equals to ax plus by. Is there y here? No. So here is gone, 0. If you differentiate y here is 1. B times y. B times 1 will give you b. So we have partial of z with respect to y equals to b. Right? Now, in order to form a partial differential equation or an ordinary differential equation, you need to be very, very smart. You need to think, which way can I use to eliminate the arbitrary constant? If you watch now, we have that a equals to partial of z with respect to x and b equals to partial of z with respect to y. If you substitute a and b back to our original equation, automatically we have eliminated a and b, right? Let me show you guys what I mean. So remember our equation given was what? Z equals to ax plus by, right? And we said that equation 1, according to equation 1, a equals to partial of z with respect to x and b equals to partial of z with respect to y. Just follow me slowly. Don't overthink. So now, if you substitute value of a and b into this our original equation, let's call this equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. If you substitute equation 2 and 3 into our original equation, which is equation 1, we can eliminate a and b. Let's do that now. So z now equals to, instead of a, we'll put what? Partial of z with respect to x. So we have partial of z with respect to x times our x plus equation 3 is b. Instead of b now, put what? Partial of z with respect to y. So we have partial of z with respect to y times what? Our y. This is our partial differential equation. We just form this from this equation given to us here. The aim is to what? Eliminate arbitrary constants. If you watch from our answer here, is there a and b? No, there's no a and b. So we are right. Now let me show you guys how to form a PDE from eliminating arbitrary functions, which is the second way to form a PDE. Let's get to that. Okay, so we have our example here. This under formation of a PDE by eliminating arbitrary function. So from this example, our arbitrary function here is f. So what do we have? We have z equals to f bracket x plus y. I pray that you're not supposed to see f this semester. Amen. Back to business. So, okay. So now, the same step, we have to differentiate partially with respect to x and also with respect to y. That is the first two steps to doing forming a PDE. Differentiate partially with respect to x and with respect to y. And when you're done differentiating it, you will now look and find the pattern in order to eliminate the arbitrary constants, but in this case, the arbitrary function. So now let's differentiate partially with respect to x first. So now differentiate partially with respect to x, right? Now, if you want to differentiate this function, we have to use the chain rule because there's something in bracket. So let's differentiate this using chain rule. Using chain rule, what do we have? We have that let u equals to x plus y, right? If you use x plus y, then z is what? F. Instead of x plus y, it's going to be what? Fu, because z is x plus y. We're using chain rule. If you don't have to solve differentiate using chain rule, you can watch the video that is playing on the screen right now to refresh your memory. So, right, so now partial of u with respect to x is equals to 1, because if you differentiate x here, you get 1, and there's no x here, so here is 0, right? And here, partial of z with respect to u will give you f prime u. If you differentiate z with respect to u, you get f prime u. And from your chain rule, if you have to get your partial of z with respect to x, to get the partial of z with respect to x, you need partial of u with respect to x times partial of z with respect to u, because this will cancel this. If this cancels this, what do we have left? Partial of z with respect to x, right? So we need partial of u with respect to x times partial of z with respect to u. And our partial of u with respect to x, we got it earlier, it was what? 1. And our partial of z with respect to u gave us f prime u. So meaning our partial of z with respect to x is what? Partial of u with respect to x times partial of z with respect to u for what we formed earlier, which is 1 times f prime u. So our partial of z with respect to x will give us f prime u. And remember, our u is what? Our u equals to what? X plus y, right? So therefore, our partial of z with respect to x will give us f prime bracket. Our u is what? X plus y. Now we found our partial of z with respect to x. We just differentiated partially with respect to x using our chain rule. Now we have to do the same with respect to y. Remember, to form a PDE, I have to differentiate with respect to x first, partially with respect to x, and partially with respect to y. So we have done that with respect to x using our chain rule. So your assignment is to do differentiate partially with respect to y and check if you get the same thing. So now the assignment is to do partial of z with respect to y. So if you differentiate it properly, you get that a partial of z with respect to y is f prime bracket x plus y. If you differentiate it partially using your chain rule, you also get that your partial of z with respect to y is also f prime bracket x plus y. So we are done with our step 1 and step 2, which is to what? Differentiate partially with respect to x and with respect to y. Now, how can we eliminate our arbitrary function f? If you watch, partial of z with respect to x equals to our partial of y. Sorry, partial of z with respect to x equals to our partial of z with respect to y. So therefore, if you say partial of z with respect to x minus partial of z with respect to y, we can eliminate our arbitrary function f, right? So now let's say equation, let's call this equation 1, or let's call this equation 2. So let's say equation 1 minus equation 2. So that is equation 1 minus equation 2. Because this and this is equal, if we minus them, we can eliminate our arbitrary function f. So doing that, we can say partial of z with respect to x minus partial of z with respect to y equals to 0. This is our partial differential equation. If you watch, our arbitrary function f has been eliminated, so we are right. So we are right. So don't forget the steps. First step, you have to differentiate partially with respect to x and y. Whether you're eliminating the arbitrary constant or your arbitrary function, you have to differentiate partially with respect to x and y. That is the first step. After that, you eliminate your arbitrary constant or your arbitrary function. Thanks for watching this video and see you in my next video. Bye.